guys, what's up? Today I'll be talking about a classic anthology horror movie I grew up with. I know I say it over and over again. I talk about a lot of anthology horrors in this channel page, but one couple of anthology horror I stay away from only because even though I've seen them already, it's just like they're so popular that a lot of people on YouTube already talked about it. So now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to talk about it now, since I talked about so much of that have been underrated or unknown. So let's talk about the popular ones now. I'm gonna start with this one, The Vault of Horror. This one is a classic. I grew with this one when I was a kid. I remember it real well. I just saw it 2 days just to freshen my memory. You got these five guys taking an elevator straight down. They come across this nice room, having a drink, and each of them discuss they had this nightmare, like this dream, and each of them had their own story. One guy talked about, he wants to find his sister, comes across this town, and pretty much want to kill his sister so he could gain the insurance, could gain the money, the power, that his sister has, but he had to kill his sister to get it. So it's going to be passed on to him. But then when he went inside the restaurant, he wanted a waiter to ask him for some blood dots or some blood, I think. And then the guy was shocked, and then that's when the waiter realized, wait a minute, he ain't no vampire. And you get it. He opens up a mirror, the guy looks at himself, he said, wait a minute, nobody got no reflection. And everybody in the town is vampires and start drinking their blood, start drinking this guy's blood like a big keg, like silver wine glass with blood. And then he saw his sister alive too. So actually his sister was a vampire. The second story is my favorite because, when you men marry women, accept how they are, accept their lifestyle. Because marriages should be together and bonded. This old fuck married a woman younger than him somewhat. He wanted a trophy wife. But when the woman's not living with him, she's like, she doesn't understand his living habits. Like, the guy is pretty much a neat freak. You know what I'm saying? And every time she messes up something, the guy keeps on nagging her. And one day, when the woman was by herself, there was some things that had been misplaced, so she had to fix it up. But she kept on kicking things by mistake, touching things, started falling down the ground. She got scared of her husband might complain. The husband caught her. He started nagging her and said, don't you couldn't do anything right? He started nagging her. And she just snapped and pow, put the hammer over his head. And then at the end of that, she started saying that, something like she could be neat, she could be clean, she could be neat now. But what she did, she chopped up her husband's body parts and put it inside a jar. And it ended up for that episode was so funny is that it ends in odds. I think it was like dick and ass. I think that's what it was. Ends in odds. I mean, it looks funny though. That's what it looked like though. I think I could be wrong, but it looks hilarious. The third one is these husband and wife went to India. They said this Indian magician, and they exposed him for being a fake. And then one day this guy who exposed the Indian guy as being a fake magician, and the guy was also a magician coming on vacation. So this Indian woman played a flute with the rope, and he wanted the trick. He realized that this magic was real, so he told the Indian woman to see his wife to perform the trick, and he killed the Indian woman so the old magician man and his wife could keep the magic for himself. But then when they used the rope, and the magician's wife climbed the rope, she died from climbing, and the rope came alive like a snake, started killing the magician for revenge, and he hang him, and then you get the ending when the woman was alive after all playing the flute. It's pretty cool. The fourth one, typical, setup, double cross type of story about this guy and his friend set up his death so they could collect the insurance money. So if the guy died, his friend had to dig him up, right? Take a guess, pretty much the friend didn't want to dig him up, so he just wanted to keep the money for himself. Two of the medical students trying to get the body for themselves for their studies, and the guy was alive after all, and they ran around right straight to the road, and the guy that double-crossed the man that he was supposed to dig up, he was driving away, and then he saw the two medical students, and he crashed his car, so the guy died. As for the guy that finally wake up from the cemetery, because he took a medicine to pretend he was dead. Guess what? The grave digger actually killed him. Probably thought he was like a monster or something. So even though he was alive, he died after all. So that's kind of fucked up. The fifth story is about this painter. He went to Haiti he wanted Voodoo to get revenge, and the Voodoo priest told him to put his hands in the pot since he's the painter. So anytime the guy paints something, if something physically happened to the paint, it could also happen to that person. So the guy went to London. He started getting his revenge on the people that screwed him over. He started painting them in a picture, killed them one by one. And then when it got to him, he left his watch during the murder scene for the final victim. He had to get the watch back, the painter. But there was another painter painted the billboard on top of the window of his studio. And by accident, the paint fell on the glass, and the paint hit the painter's painted he painted himself, and then the car hit the painter. So that's another twist. And then you got the ending when the five guys start telling stories. They realized that they were dead after all, and they had to tell stories of their evil deeds for all of eternity. Let me just say, when I went to Wikipedia, I just found out there was an original ending for this. The one we saw is pretty much the edit ending, but the original ending sounds awesome because there's a picture of it when the guys walk out from the cemetery. They have skeleton faces, and I think that was a cool ending. So hopefully there'll be another release of this movie, which it can include this ending. But hope you enjoyed the Wikipedia picture ending after this review. Anyway, guys, peace, and see you later.